Oh, so I have to tell you, I was watching a series. All right, let's be quite honest. I was binging it. It's called Zombie. And the premise of this series is there is a doctor, a very promising doctor, and she goes out to a party and something catastrophic happens and all of the occupants on this boat that they had the party on was either turned into a zombie or killed by zombies. And she turns into a zombie. And throughout her role is to obviously eat brains, because we all know that's what zombies do. And then she solves the crimes of the victims of the brains that she eats. And so I got to tell you, I have been kind of feeling like a zombie myself. Now, not only do I walk like a zombie with dragging my leg and kind of my hands, because I have something that's called the MS hand. Sometimes my hand will not fully extend, and so it spends its time like this. So I kind of act like a zombie. And there's kind of a running joke that maybe I don't have multiple sclerosis. Maybe I'm just a zombie, but I'm kind of thinking I have multiple sclerosis. But I digress. So I was kind of thinking about that. I was at the store the other day and I was watching people walk in and out of the store, and regardless of their stature or regardless of what they look like or who they were or what gender they were, I kind of was really watching their legs, kind of like a zombie looks at people thinking about their brains for their next meal. I was looking at their legs and their limbs and how they were moving and thinking to myself, man, I wish I had that. Man, I wish I had that. But I had to stop and think. For years, I did have my legs. My hands worked properly. I didn't have the brain fog. I didn't have all of the other issues that I have that we're going to blame on multiple sclerosis, but who knows where they came from. And I never used them. And the reason I didn't use them were for such silly reasons now, looking back. Obviously, at the time, they were monumental reasons why I didn't use them. Like I was significantly overweight, so I didn't want people looking at me and staring at me and judging me. Or I just had very low self-esteem. I may have had cellulite or whatever that looks like. So I didn't do all of those great things and those fun things, even with my children when they were growing up, because I was so self-conscious of who I was and what I looked like, and was sure people were judging me and sizing me up and sadly finding me wanting. And so I didn't use them. And now years go by, and sadly I'm in a position where I can't utilize them the way I want to, and I can't do the things that I want to. And sadly, this disease has taken my freedom and my mobility and sometimes my happiness. And I just wonder, and if someone's watching this and thinking, there's so many things that they don't do. Like I wouldn't go to the beach and wear a bathing suit or shorts because I was sure people were looking at me, or I wasn't fully happy because I'm sure people were judging me. And I want to be quite honest about this, and this is no blame to anyone. We all judge. We all judge. And people that say they don't judge, that's not true. We all in the back of our minds judge. However, society has got such a small attention span that even though people are judging or we're judging, that I wish I would have thought of, people really don't give a crap about me. Yes, in the minute, they're looking at me. They're sizing me up. Oh, look how overweight she is. Look, she's got cellulite. Look, her clothes may be too tight, or whatever it looks like. But then they pass on to the next person that they can tear apart or judge or belittle. And then they continue that cycle. I am such a short fleeting moment that I wish I would have realized that I gave up so much happiness and so many memories with my children because I was so worried about what everyone was thinking about me. And knowing at that point would have been nice to know, give it 20 seconds and I'll move on to the next one. I could have had a really fun, exciting life. But the other part of that is, I wonder if I would have appreciated it, because we have to go through all of these adventures and these learning experiences to get where we're at. Now, do I wish I had my legs now? I absolutely do. Do I wish I would still go out and do the things? I'm trying my hardest to get out there and still have a normal life. But now, unfortunately, there's lots of considerations and things I need to take into account before I can even go get involved in those experiences. So not that you need my words of wisdom or my opinion on anything, but having been a person that could have done a lot of things, regardless of whatever I was going through, I could have done a lot of things and chose not to because of what was in here. Don't do that. If you have something right now that you want to do, do it. Who cares what people think of you? Who cares what they're picking apart or what they're judging you for? Because later on, if I would have done those things with my children, they would have never remembered that I was overweight, that I had cellulite, that I had whatever issues I had. All they would have remembered was the memories. And I exchanged those memories for living in self-doubt and not doing anything. And that wasn't fair to them. I took away some of their experiences as well. Plus, I took away some of my experiences and some memories that I could have had and some scars. Because, here's another little story for you. When I was first diagnosed with MS, obviously my doctor said, there's no cure. We're just going to wait for the progression. And I knew, having worked in nursing, that the progression meant that I was going to eventually end up in a wheelchair. And so I went out and I jumped out of an airplane. I whitewater rafted repeatedly, almost drowned multiple times. I got a motorcycle. I got a tattoo. I did all these really great things. And what my mother said to me was, do you have a death wish? And I said, no. Because when my legs finally get taken from me and I'm sitting on the rocking chair out on my front porch rocking my grandchildren and unable to do anything, I want scars and I want stories. I don't want any regrets. That's what I'm saying. Right now I have regrets that I didn't use my legs when I had them. But you know what? Now I'm going to do whatever I can to be whatever I can, because I'm not going to let this hold me back. And I'm hoping you don't let it hold you back either. So I love the fact that you're on my journey with me, and I'm hoping that I'm helping you as well, because we're all struggling with something. And you just need to know that you're not alone. And that's what this whole thing is about, is I want you to know that you're not alone, that other people are struggling as well, but they're trudging through and they're trying to help. And they're trying to help themselves. So if this doesn't pertain to you, you do know somebody that it does. So please like, subscribe, and share, because we're all in this together. And I do truly appreciate that you're on my healing journey, but I don't want people to stop their healing journey as well. So thank you so much for being with me. I want you to have an absolutely spectacular morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. And please like, subscribe, and share, because we're all in this together, and everyone's healing experience is going to be different, but we can all learn from each other. Have a great one.